When people retire, there's usually a number of things they need to consider, but one of the major ones to consider is how your money is actually invested. One of the challenges that can happen is if you're in a typical investment fund or an industry super fund and you've got your retirement savings invested, they tend to invest for accumulators or people that are saving towards retirement. They're not really set up for generating income in retirement. And one of the other big challenges is a thing called sequencing risk. So if you put your money into an investment and you're drawing down money on a monthly basis, if the markets are falling, they're selling down your investment as the market is falling. So you might have a 10% drop in the market, but then you end up with your drawings at 6 or 7% a year. You can end up with like an 18 or 20% drop in the balance of your fund. So we call that sequencing risk. It's when the money has to be drawn versus how it's actually invested. And so that's a real challenge for retirees. They never like to see their balances go down, and we understand that. And so we have some processes in the way that we invest which helps to avoid all that. And it's called bucket theory. So what we do is we always set out a year's worth of income in cash within a pension account. And then we put another 2 years of income into fixed income. And the reason we do that is normal ups and downs in markets will take 1 to 2 years or 3 years to work their way through from top to bottom. And so we always make sure we get a year's worth of cash and another 2 years worth of fixed income to get through those normal ups and downs. But we go one step further. We know that markets sometimes can be even more rough. If you take GFC, for example, or Black Friday in 87, or even the Great Depression in 33, from top to bottom and back up to the top again, it took in most cases about 6 to 7 years. So what we do is we put another 4 years of income into a conservative active balance fund that will just give us a nice set of returns over a 3 to 7 year sort of time frame. In that way, we put away 7 years worth of income to get through those worst case scenarios. The second thing we do is we then put the rest of the money to work. So we might invest that in shares and property and across a number of different assets with a view to generate income and to grow. But we do one step further. We direct all of the income from those investments to top up the cash account throughout the year. Now, the reason we do that is as you're drawing down your pension income, we've got enough income coming in to top up the amount that we're drawing out. In that way, we're not having to sell down investments as you need your income. We're parking that cash. Now, industry super funds can't do that. Most investment accounts don't do that, but within a wrap account, we can do that. And so we prefer to use a wrap account for the premise of being able to direct the cash or the distributions or the earnings throughout the year back into the cash account in order to have that there in reserve to draw upon. So that as you need your money, it's going to be there every month to make pension payments. And we're going to have enough reserves, so if you need additional money, that we're not having to sell down in a falling market. And in that way, we avoid that sequencing risk. But more importantly, we always make sure there's enough in reserve to get through those ups and downs in markets. Now, markets will go up and down. We can't do anything about that. But what we can do is change the sail on the boat and adjust where we're getting the wind from to push that boat forward. And so that allows us to redirect all that cash into your account so that as you're drawing down, we've always got enough money there. And that we're not having to sell in a falling market. We can ride the market out and we can get back into the return. And the secondary thing is to ensure that your money continues to grow because those costs of living keep going up each year as well. So it's important that we're getting better than cash returns and that we're getting the ability to generate enough income to meet your pension payments, but also have some in the kitty to get you through the length of your retirement. And so at Bountiful Wealth, we use that bucket theory approach to look after your money to ensure you can get through those ups and downs and that you're still going to have enough money for the rest of your retirement.